wait a few seconds. My game is crashed again. I'm just sending off an error report, so you just give it a few seconds again. Same old, same old. This is probably gonna happen every time. Try this again. It's fairly big. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't I don't imagine it being any larger than usual. Yeah, whatever. Ah, whatever. I can't get this. I'm trying to get my OBS to obey me a little bit. It's being a bit weird. Anyways, if you can see the screen, that's fine. I'm gonna keep trying this. It's probably gonna crash every time I start the game, and then I have to start it again afterwards before I start streaming. But I just get good and bad timing. Anyways, if you can hear me and if you can see me,
This case will remove any chiral matter still clinging to your suit. Speaking of suits, blue is for delivery personnel, red for medical, orange for corpse disposal, and black for security.
just messing around. We're about to finish the tutorial, or at least getting into the meat of the game, maybe. But we've gotta explore the menu a little bit, right? The hub station.
Hey there. Believe we've met? I oversee delivery operations as well as maintenance and repairs. Nice to have you on board. I'm Mama, in case I didn't mention it before. Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
Sam, this is Deadman. I calibrated your BB based on physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just a best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin, we can check if you're in sync and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
You okay?
So yeah, I think that's the main bits. Besides turning on the music, let me see. I think there's a music player here too. Yeah, I like putting this one on, but we'll just wait until things are quiet. We should. The baby is basically part of the advanced warning system the for the for the ghosts, right? Trying to remember how to move forward. Not sure if you have to use every part of this.
Sam Hartman here, researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches in the Death Stranding, as well as those of dooms and repatriates. The shower in your room was designed with chiral decontamination in mind. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation between exposure and the development of phobias, as well as in extreme cases, violent and suicidal impulses. Chiralian contamination has even been postulated as a trigger for the onset of dooms. I should add that these showers have another function: the collection of blood, hair, fluids, and other natural waste products. They provide a non-invasive means to monitor your exposure to chiralium and your overall health. And I freely admit a chance to study the unique properties of your physiology, you being a repatriate and all.
Here.
Well, have you had a chance to think it over? Chock full of chiralium, but safe for you Dooms guys to wear. That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world. To make us whole again.
I'm a porter. I don't care about connecting anything. Or making knots. But I'll do what I have to help Amelie out.
Listen up, Sam. The terminals Amelie's people built in the towns and cities they passed through on their journey west are called knots. The infrastructure's there, but the chiral network is offline. Right now, it's only capable of transmitting voice communications. Sometimes wired, sometimes wireless, and a small amount of data. So, unless the necessary data stored on site, our chirograms won't show up. Amelie and the other Bridges members you've seen around the place are grams generated with local data. In case you didn't know. Anyway, all you've got to do is find the knot, connect your Cupid, and bring chiral communications online. Once you connect it to the terminal, you'll be able to initiate zero-time massive data transmission with the UCA network. And just like that, you'll reconnect us not only to each other, but to our past. All the lost and fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored, like bringing a dinosaur back to life from a fossil. $4.6 billion years of history on Earth. All the wisdom and knowledge we lost since the Death Stranding will be ours again. And that, my friend, is how we'll beat this thing. Once you establish chiral communications, generating grams won't be an issue. You'll also be able to use chiral printers. Won't be long before we're able to send all kinds of things through the wire.
Except anything original. Or that's got a soul. Nothing real. Just copies.
True. Which is why we'll still need porters like you. Before and after we're made whole, we'll need men in the middle.
No rest for the wicked, huh?
Yeah, well, idle hands and all that. We'll give you the details at the dispatch terminal. Make sure you check it upstairs. Drop's waiting up there, too.
These shoes look like they've done some serious miles. Shall I dispose of them?
Wait. Hold on. There's something I want you to look into. My blood seemed to set those things off. Happened more than once.
Set them off? How do you mean?
I don't know. You took my blood, didn't you? You tell me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. Baby. Baby. Baby, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Steady.
And welcome to the actual game, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of weird when you have such a little ponytail, but
Sam, this is Die Hardman. Your current objective is to extend the chiral network from here to Port Knot City. But don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far. To cover the distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a Bridges Way station. Go ahead and take a look at the order. Deliver whatever they need, and connect the Cupid. Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
so yeah, your first delivery will be to take this to here. Apparently, the warnings include in-kind, cliffs, rivers, and ghosts, maybe? Huh. Anyways. So there's a bit of topography, you can see a little bit. Yeah, it's not perfect, but anyways.
Sam, we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run. They should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will also make a halfway decent bridge if you need to cross a river. Right now, I figure you're thinking about how you want to handle this order.
Yeah, it's not. Once you put it on, you actually have to worry about how to mount the stuff to stay balanced. So So you're getting a lot of ladders for this run, looks like. You get a spare pair of boots, because if you don't, then you start bleeding out on from your feet. Anyways, once you start going through these enough times, you start to quickly figure out how to do this. It's been a while, so.
Don't mind me. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
You get more upgrades and stuff as time goes on.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
Yeah, so now that I have the two equipped to me, I can just put this on. Got 3 of these even. Left trigger. Yeah. Camera mode. You have a set weight limit. I'm trying to remember.
Gotcha.
Manage cargo. Yeah, I've got 27 out of 120, so it's barely anything right now. Right now I gotta figure out how to get from A to B. These are early days, and it gets a lot easier, like I say, afterwards. You'll start unlocking a lot of things. And there's a semi-multiplayer mode. So, yeah. This is just early game hell. It seems boring, but, it gets easier.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Yeah. Left bumper and Y. So yeah, the compass system has a whole lot of things attached to it. So you have to remember, the system is a little bit complex because there's so many functions tied to different buttons. Yeah.
Sam, even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your OJA deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
Not quite too. Not quite what I wanted. I can take it back though. Yeah. See, so yeah, and then you get obsessed with picking up things. Pretty much. I think it's like you don't have to like literally carry everything back. You can just sort of put things, send it, like let other people handle it or something like that. We'll see. I don't really. Well, we'll see. I might just yeah, or I can just store it. Yeah, it's not too bad. I can.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
try it out. I'd be interested to see what use of a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
I don't need all of those ladders just yet.
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Eh. I wonder if they mean part 2 as in the sequel or is it part 2 as in this game. So I'm actually quite a distance away, so my journey's not over yet. I'll probably have to keep walking along the shore until it gets fins out along here. So set a marker here and hoof it. Looks like all the ghosts are right behind me, so I'm just gonna haul ass right now.
Breathe easy, Sam. You're clear of BG territory. The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
Nearly tripped. This is dangerous. If you're not careful, I could have face planted, right? To the shore. You gotta be really careful in this game. You can't underestimate what your balance can take. If you fall, you face plant, you lose health, and your cargo goes everywhere. You have to pick it all up again. And if you're on a river or on a cliff, then that means that those things go flying down and their containers get damaged, and so on and so forth. It ain't pretty, that's for sure. See, you really want to. You feel tempted to run over there, right? But you can't. I mean, you probably could try, but yeah.
God damn it.
It gets Sam carrying all this stuff on his back. Yeah. I don't know if it gets easier, but Kojima does have a sense of humor. He knows exactly what's happening when you're walking around stacked like this, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you can auto-optimize to carry more things in different ways, right? I keep forgetting this. Confirm is hold. Yeah. I don't need this anymore. So better balanced. I'm not tilted like a crazy. This has just been one 30-minute trip.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Yep.
Delivering cargo.
If you're careful, you don't have to do many corpse disposals.
We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization, or the UCA, or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. We may have a luck. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope. second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but the second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were going to connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years. And they sent us one guy. Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. They finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers.
Well, I think so.
What are you waiting for?
They said it's an
Put us on the goddamn grid.
S rank delivery, I guess.
Connection to Capital Knot City confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised.
That'd be kind of funny.
Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the Cairo network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
So now you can do weapon, item, and equipment crafting. And this is what you need for future stuff, right?
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
Yeah, but we don't need to right now. There's enough stuff. Anyways, this section of the map is now connected to the multiplayer.
Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like.
I think I can just deliver all of this.
Delivering cargo.
So this. Yeah. So, anyways, that lost cargo. Now other players can pick it up and send if they're on the way back to a place that I don't need to go to. They can take it for me. So yeah. Anyways, rare metal, and I have to build a post. Okay, so they want me to do that anyways.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Hmm. I gotta remember where the PCC is. It looks like I got. Do I have one? I don't think so. That's not it. Okay, there we go. I keep mixing up whether to hold or not. So if you're ahead of time before you start your journey, you got to figure out what you want to carry and then. Yeah, hang that on the tool rack.
Order assigned.
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
So yeah, if you saw on my main screen right now, players are already doing my work.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I gotta figure out. Maybe I think there's no real way around. I gotta take the long way around. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think they took their photography from Iceland actually. I could be wrong. I think it was they mentioned Iceland. But it could be New Zealand too.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
That's not it. So as you can see, you can actually build your way.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
I could cross back over to the left, in fact. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, once you see the multiplayer really get underway, you'll sort of understand how it works. I think you already read it up, as you said, but all the same, right? It looks like another player lost his stuff on the way. Not yet, anyways. One of the routes up, though, is a real mess. There are going to be a lot of ghosts there. I remember very well. I'm pretty sure players hate it, but unfortunately, they decided to make that place Ghost Central for the route. So, not much I can say, right? Still got a ways to go. There's probably a player construction up there or something like that. I don't know. No, I remember it. I know what these guys are. These guys are trouble is what they are. So I probably went the wrong way. Probably head back down. these are an enemy faction. It's relaxing to a degree, but it's no walk in the park.
Goddamn cottonmouth.
So yeah, my maximum stamina is down because I've been walking around too much. So I gotta get the monster energy. Hmm. So those orange marked items are what been stolen by an enemy faction. So I gotta keep on going. There's no real way around it. I'm going to have to just keep on going. BTs are here. So it's damned if you do and damned if you don't, obviously. So you gotta... It's not a walking park, right?
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
So there's a guy who wants my cargo. This is still early game hell. Once you get your stuff set up, you're not in so much trouble. But for now, I'm getting chased apparently, so and they're just enemy characters.
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
So I got this chance. Hoof it. Yeah, pretty much. They're post-apocalyptic pirates. The joke is that they're actually addicted to making deliveries. They got like, I guess you can say they got savior complexes or something like that. So they just steal other people's cargo and then supposedly hoard it and make deliveries on their own. This is probably the roughest my character's ever gotten. Look at all the stamina he's losing. They are indeed addicted to making deliveries. I don't think I'm gonna use that. So one player got really unlucky, as you can see. He's not getting his stuff back. It's been totally trashed. So now we have to figure out how to cross a river. I think you have to rest, actually. Just take breaks. Return to your character base. I wonder... I don't know. I'm not carrying that. So see that wedge in the distance is the distribution center. So it's almost there. And that border there is basically the limit of the multiplayer right now until I expand my reach. Now, as mentioned, this rain mechanic is basically makes it so you got a bit of time pressure. It comes and goes randomly, but you know, if you're not careful, the containers get weak, and if they get too weak, then the items inside can take damage if you start tripping and stuff. So you know, you gotta be careful and all of that.
We've got company. Keep it down, Sam. We've got company.
I don't recall this place being so infested. Looks like it's not anything ahead of us, so just keep on going. Looks like it's clearing up.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
And that's basically an introduction of a new mechanic, basically. You gotta keep the baby calm. Or at least don't stress it too much. Otherwise, your ghost detecting abilities will break down.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
It's a lesson that we can all learn. Don't stress the baby.
organization, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome. When he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend. Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Way station.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excess of stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days.
No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Drilling. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
can probably read it in between streams or something like that. You don't need to check it. I like reading them, of course, but
Tired, huh?
see if we can make another delivery for the days out, right?
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But you cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you.
System woman in a mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB's stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it. Cradle the pod, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
There's a lot of mystery surrounding this baby, indeed. LB down and X. So as you can see, this LB controls not just the comps, it's basically a ton of controls. It's pretty complicated.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know, after all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Looks like some cargo has been transported to its destination on your behalf. You can access the share locker to collect it.
So yeah, some people drop this stuff off. And if I wanted, I could take it and make the delivery on their behalf. But it's quite a distance away, so not quite yet.
Heads up, Sam. Distro Center staff's got a favor to ask. Probably best I start from the beginning.
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. Never know when you'll need to recon an area. That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your Ultra Deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Right. Okay, just a bit further.
Construction complete.
That didn't take long. Worth taking a look either way. See if I can collect one or two more in ghost territory or not.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yep, that's the power of multiplayer, huh?
Okay.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam,
Remain locked.
chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from the usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight. Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Hopefully it's long. There's enough range. Yeah.
Construction complete.
I was never really good at stealth in this game, so I don't really know how I'm gonna handle it. I just do my best, I guess.
Mule drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
Yeah, like I say, I'm always worried about stealth. I never had a good experience of stealth in this game, so I suppose you can say I got lucky this time. The future camps will get a bit more complicated, I believe. But for now, you know.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
Yeah, also thank you for saying that to me. Yeah.
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Still a bit early, but there's a lot more game to get through.
shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities. Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
So, anyways, as I said, that connection level is that's their incentive for maxing out all the relationships in this game because then you can build more stuff and get more materials to build stuff with.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive man's with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals. Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
Oh, before I forget. This is for you.
repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
There is a correlation between elevated corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
So basically you'll be needing all that stuff for construction later on. Metals, resins, chiralium, and so on.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
And of course, the number of players who have already done it anyways, right? That's why multiplayer is so useful. Yeah, game it really is just starting. So we need a PCC. Meadows. Alright, here we go. And PCC goes on the tool rack. And yeah. So that should be good. And since we're going to be dropping off the bridge right away. Sam really struggling here.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Yeah, this is really still just the beginning area of the game. There's a lot more to do. I forgot to grab something on the way. I have to go back to base for a second.
Sam, looks like you found the site. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Maybe I can just ignore it. Just head straight up.
Bravo,
No,
Sam.
I'm gonna go get it.
That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
I guess you can do it like that.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
So I've got 4 grenades. Anyways, yeah, this part sucks. Everybody hates the path to the wind farm. Alright, if you're gonna turn in soon, yeah, then don't worry. I don't think you're gonna miss anything on this trip back. I'll head over there, head back, and then, yeah, call it a night. Or maybe do side quests or something. I don't know. You're not gonna miss much. This is just relaxation, right? I'm sure, yeah. I'll see what the next, like, the plot will progress once I start headed to, like, the final spot of this area.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
I'm not sure if there's a music player option in this game. Maybe I can check. Not here. You can play music at your home base, but you can't play it while walking around. Alright, take care of yourself. Yeah, this probably won't take too long. Don't worry about it. So, just take it easy and I'll see you later.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I suppose, if it comes to it. Alright, I'll see you later then.
Always like the quiet.
this unit, we should be able to power the distro center via the chiral network. Other places too, if it works. Here's hoping the UCA can put our electricity to good use. Mind if I have a look? Incredible. How'd you get this here? You fly? All we need now is a connection to the chiral network. Go for it.
Network bandwidth is a limited resource, and every structure you build consumes it. However, as you increase your connection level, the bandwidth available to you will increase as well.
About time we did our part. Thanks again. You know, I heard the rest of your team was wiped out. Makes what you're doing all the more incredible. You're a one-man expedition. I hope Amelie's doing as well as you. Wonder if she made it to Edgenot City yet. It was her that put us in charge of the wind farm. I was with the group bringing up the rear while Amelie led the way. I've never met her in person, but it was an honor to travel with her all the same. When you see her, feel free to tell her I said so, huh?
Sam, got a moment? I ran an experiment with your blood. It seems you were onto something. After dispersing an aerosolized sample of your blood in BT territory, we observed reduced activity. While this is hardly definitive as we have no other repatriates to whom we can turn for additional testing, it does suggest that the bodily fluids of repatriates are repellent to BTs. Mama had the idea of developing a weapon to test this theory. The prototype should be ready soon, and when it is, we'd like you to test it.
Sam, this is the perfect opportunity. We've almost got the whole region on the chiral network. All that's left is Port Knot City. Return to Capital Knot City so you can pick up relief supplies for Port Knot. By the time you arrive, we can give you the completed prototype in person. One other thing. It's not very often porters get out to that wind farm. While you're there, you should pick up any outstanding orders. No sense coming all the way back here empty-handed if there's work to be done. Have a look at that delivery terminal.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Congrats, Sam. You're cleared to take on open orders. While they're not as high priority as the ones specifically assigned to you, if you're already heading a certain way and you have room to spare, it couldn't hurt to do a little more, right? Just because they're not mission critical doesn't mean they're not important to someone. So why not do a good deed or two?
This is a somewhat unusual order. You're going to want to review the key points in the summary.
that wind farm you've brought into the network is essential for our continued expansion. By way of reward, I've added a little something to your PCC. A generator option. Generators recharge the batteries of all nearby devices. That includes machines, bikes, and other battery-powered vehicles.
Sam, double-check the order summary.
Order assigned.
Restrictions lifted.
Just so you know, Sam, Bistro centers and the like are stocked with materials you can use to fabricate equipment. You can also take what you need to build structures. That said, there are limits to what each facility can spare. Check their terminals to see what they are.
place in damn fine shape. Bye, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access... delivery terminal for further information. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Hey, Sam. You could probably get that bike running again if you charged it with a generator. Why not give it a try?
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan.
Sorry, Sam. I can't allow you to build a structure there. Pick a spot outside the sensor ring and try again.
Construction complete. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
spy on a mission, you'd have failed. But you're not. So be proud of those tracks. They're proof that you exist. Keep leaving that proof. Let people know.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
expand the network and aid your fellow Americans, you strengthen the bonds between us all and blaze a trail for them to follow.
There we go. Nice.
Keep on keeping on.
This looks like the way to go.
things by halves, do you? Hard to believe one man could bring in a hole this big. Then again, you are a legend. I don't know anyone who's done more to bring people together and get them back on their feet. It's hard to believe you're just one guy. Can't help wondering if the Great Deliverer isn't actually a small army. Because it sure seems like whenever someone's in trouble, you're there to lend a hand. It's enough to make me think you just might make it all the way to the coast. Good luck out there. I'll be rooting for you.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal or...
By handing over excess materials to a facility, you can increase the amount stored on site. Now, these materials can then be used later for equipment fabrication and so forth. Just remember that each facility has separate stores and that the amount on hand differs from site to site. Don't get carried away.